Yeah, this thing's big. We're going to roll with it like this for a short time only. Hey guys, it's MCU Collector here with another figure comparison. I'm not going to do a full-on review of each of these figures. I will do comparisons with previously released versions of each figure, and that's all we're going to do in this video. So hopefully it won't be too long, but there is 5 of them, so it's going to take a little bit of time. But anyway, here is the Shop Disney exclusive Guardians of the Galaxy 5-pack box set. This is shown up at Disney World because of the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which is what this pack is based on. It's not, I guess, necessarily MCU. It's so I mean, you can fudge it as MCU however you want to do it. They're essentially just all repaint, so we're really not looking at anything new. We got some deco updates and things like that. The biggest change, however, is Drax the Destroyer. That is the Volume 1 head sculpt on the Volume 2 released, even though I guess technically that was the same figure all around. Anyway, just the more accurate colors, skin tone colors for Drax. So that is actually pretty cool. That's kind of what sets this one apart compared to the other ones, whereas the other ones are essentially going to be the same. Groot was a Build-A-Figure for that Volume 1 wave, and then it did get a Toys R Us exclusive release that came with the Baby Groot and the Plant Groot. So again, nothing here is new. 125 bucks, easy pass for a lot of folks. For those that are at Disney World going to check out the Cosmic Rewind ride and everything, they see this in the shop. People are going to be like, damn, that's freaking awesome. I'm going to buy it. 125 bucks. Easy money for Disney, easy money for Hasbro, easy money for Marvel. And I still had to have it because I think it's just kind of badass. Originally, I was like, oh, I'm not going to open it. Whatever. You know what? It doesn't even matter. I'm going to open it. I'm probably going to put the figures right back in there. I got a dented corner. But I want to show you guys the comparison. So I probably will leave the accessories all in there. We've seen all the accessories before. But let's see comparisons of each of the figures. And that's it. So no articulation in this video. I believe I reviewed all of these figures at one time. However, it was early on in my channel, so that video probably sucks. That video probably sucks. This video probably sucks. That one might be okay. That one's probably gonna suck. They're all probably gonna suck. So don't go back and watch the old ones, or do, I guess. But here again, it's just to compare these versions with previously released versions to determine if you want to spend 125 bucks for this box set or pass on it. Some of these got pricey on the aftermarket, so like Drax, I think he was like 40-50 bucks. Gamora 40-50 bucks. Those ones probably not so bad. Maybe Groot, but that way you guys can make an informed decision. Guardians of the Galaxy logo there, side artwork. We get this look at all the characters, which you can't see because it's too dark. Let me turn on the light. The back of the box looks pretty cool though. I like the way that looks. Now let's see if we can see the side. Yeah, side artwork is looking pretty cool. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get these things out of the box so we can see side-by-side comparisons. Okay, so here's the Guardians of the Galaxy box set figures out of the package. Again, nothing new to these figures. All repaints, completely repaints, reissues, whatever you want to call it. Now, I know a lot of people are complaining, why not Nebula? Well, Heist Nebula didn't sell very well. I know, I get it. That figure's not from live action MCU. But you know, we had the other one, I guess around the same time. But she's not a core member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is why no Nebula and no Mantis. Of course, Mantis was a Build-A-Figure before. Would be cool to get another version of her, but I'm thinking Volume 3, we're probably going to get the entire Guardians of the Galaxy team. I can't imagine they would skip out on any of the figures. Maybe not Groot, since we just got Groot in Thor Love and Thunder, unless Groot looks different in Volume 3. Star-Lord... if Star-Lord looks the same in Volume 3, maybe we won't get him, but let's be honest, it's Star-Lord. We're going to get a new Star-Lord figure, Peter Quill, for Volume 3. So chances are we'll see the entire team released again, so I wouldn't worry about it at this point. I'd probably just wait and see when Volume 3 comes out if we're going to get new ones. But on to the side-by-side comparisons. First, let's take a look at these little baby Groots, Plant Groot, Baby Groot, Big Groot, and then we'll look at, I don't know what the order is, but let's do it. Okay, so here are the little Groots. The only difference, and it's really nothing, and this is just going to be a QC issue with mine, because these are all the exact same, but this one's eyes were printed off center, so you could see the eyes. He looks like he's doing a little bit of side-eye. No, it's just the eyes weren't printed on in the correct spot, so that kind of sucks, but it kind of does give it that side-eye, but it is not the same. So these are the original releases here. that came in the Groot Evolution 3-pack, the Toys R Us exclusive 3-pack, right? Yeah. The Groot Evolution Toys R Us pack. These are the new ones here. Again, these guys are the same. No real differences at all. Okay, so here we have our 3 different Groots. This one all the way to the left is the original Build-A-Figure Groot, the one with kind of the straight face. Not as much weathering or greens kind of going on. He got some dark greens in his chest and stuff, but throughout his legs and stuff, not really. There's a little bit of a gray wash in some areas. These two are the other ones. This one in the middle is the new one, whereas this one here all the way to the right is the Groot Evolution 3-pack. And as you can see, between these two figures, it is essentially the same. The green is a little bit more noticeable in the torso area on the Toys R Us exclusive Evolution version compared to this one. As you can see, it's not as prominent in the torso, but for the most part, they are the same. Now, they use the same shading kind of throughout. The greens are in the same area. It's just, you know, the brightness of the green is really what's different. But they are essentially the exact same. So if you're buying this pack for Groot, I hate to disappoint you, but that's probably not the best decision there, unless you just absolutely love Groot. But you know, he's definitely probably got some of the most minor changes. I'd have to see with Star-Lord and Gamora. I'm not really sure on those ones yet. But Groot really not a whole lot. So the original Build-A-Figure, you know, they released that wave, and then like when Volume 2 came out or shortly before, they like re-released this at Target, which was really weird. So people were able to get a hold of it then. The Groot figure is really nice. It's pretty cool. They had a bootleg one that was kind of trash. It like had screws in it and stuff. And then the Toys R Us exclusive came out, and that was really cool, really popular. I remember when that came out. This body has also been used one other time in the Guardians of the Galaxy Entertainment Earth box set, where it has the comic Groot head sculpt on there, which is pretty cool, but the body is the same. So kind of surprised to see this get reused so many times, but it's still a cool idea to get all of the Guardians in one box set. Like if you're a mint on card or mint in box collector, this is an awesome set, I think, to have. But you know, you guys let me know. Now let's move on to Rocket. Okay, Rocket Raccoon time. So 3 different releases for Rocket Raccoon. I wonder if we're going to sense a kind of a trend here with on how many different releases there were. Anyway, here is the first one. This is the one that came when Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 released, and it came with little Ravager Groot. Then the Infinity War 3-pack with Thor and Teen Groot came out, and now here in the middle is the new Guardians of the Galaxy 5-pack box set. And guess what? This one is a combination of this one and this one, because the strap colors on this one match this one, but the pocket colors match this one. So black with the gray, where this one has a dark gray and a beige color. This one is black and beige. This one is black and a dark gray. So again, a mixture of them. And then what this one does nicely is this one has the gray shading on the fur on his arms like the first one did, but the second one did not. So that is another difference. The tails are basically the same on the back of the figures, essentially the same. Yeah, and I think I'll have to look back. I believe it was this one here, the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, that had the 2 different head sculpts, which is why this one has the closed mouth, because this one, I think, only had the one head. I'll have to go back and fact check that, but I believe this one had the 2 different head sculpts, which is why you see 2 different ones between the 3 figures. So there you go, Rocket's comparison. Okay, so we really are having fun with this this 3 release thing. So here we have Peter Quill, Star-Lord, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I, for the life of me, don't remember which one is which on these. One of them was the Mantis built. Was it the Mantis Build-A-Figure? Shit, it might have been the Titus Build-A-Figure. This one could have been the Mantis Build-A-Figure release, and I'll talk about that one here in a second. And then the 2-pack version with Ego. The head sculpt, the mask head sculpt, is going to be the same. There is no difference there. I didn't even bother taking it out of the plastic. The hair color is going to match, obviously, this one there. But in terms of deco, there is no deco changes to that helmet whatsoever. So the difference between this Star-Lord and the other ones is simple. he has gloved hands. That's essentially it. This one had a lighter gray shirt, which was, I think, more accurate to the film. These two had kind of the darker color. But this one, the hair color is a little bit different on the head sculpt as well. Mine, I know there were some issues. People were pointing out some things on mine in terms of like the eyes. The eyes aren't the greatest. They're not terrible, and a lot of it is the lighting on how it looks. So having it in hand, his left eye looks a little cross-eyed, but that's it. It's not like printed poorly. It's just maybe a little bit off center, and then it does look a little bit darker, and that's throwing off the color when it comes to the lighting and things like that. But in terms of these Star-Lords, again, nothing different except look at that, he's got gloves. And where does that come in? This one has the gloved hands there. The deco is a little bit different because on this version the burgundy matched the jacket, whereas on this one he's got kind of a pinkish color that doesn't actually match the jacket, which is a little bit odd. But that is the only difference. So hands from this one, and then this one is the same as these two. But this one has the darker gray. These two match a little bit more in line. And I think this was the 2-pack version with Ego. I don't really know. But that's it. Not a whole lot of difference for Star-Lord. This is definitely not a box set that you're going to pick up because you don't have a Star-Lord. Plenty of Star-Lord figures to go around. Don't get this for Peter Quill. Okay, next is Gamora. This one has extremely little difference between the two. The inside of the jackets, this one is the new 5-pack, a lighter blue compared to a darker blue, as you can see there. Not a whole lot of difference. Here we get more of a gloss black in areas. So there you can see it's a little bit darker because it kind of has a little bit more of a gloss. Right here on her forearm, again, a flat black. On the jacket, the browns are basically the same, but some of these padded areas, like right here on the shoulder, again, we get a little bit of a gloss black, whereas here we had more of a flat black. And that's essentially it on the deco. The head sculpts are the exact same. The deco is the same. However, I believe, don't quote me on this one, but I'm pretty sure that this Gamora was the first Marvel Legends figure to use the print photoreal deco on the head sculpt, and they did a great job with it. So this one is all the years later, however many years that it's been now, is how far they've come since then. So we're going to zoom in to take a closer look between the two. It's not a whole lot different, but it is a little bit different, and I do believe the new one does look better. So let's get in for a closer look. Okay, so here we have the two Gamora figures. Not sure why one seems a little bit taller. They are the same figures, maybe just kind of how I have them standing or whatever, but they are the exact same. Now looking at the photo real deco, one thing that this one, you could see like the lips look like very dark and kind of glossy. We did not have that on this one. Now that Hasbro's been perfect when it comes to glossy lips and glossy faces, that kind of thing, but this Gamora is definitely an improvement over this original one. Looking around the eyes as well, we see a little bit more detail on this new one, but that is pretty much it. Hair, the exact same. Nothing really else going on there. So if you're looking to get this one for Gamora, sure, why not? If you missed this one, you definitely want to get this 5-pack to get this one because this thing looks fantastic. No doubt in my mind that Hasbro will do an even better job when it comes to Volume 3. But for now, this is an absolutely fantastic Gamora that I think everyone should have in their MCU collection. Now on to Drax, which has, I think, the most important change to go with it. Oh, and before I forget, yes, Gamora technically has 3 figures, but 2 of this, not 3 of the other one, because Volume 1 did get a figure, but that thing is absolutely terrible. The costume and stuff is cool. The head sculpt is terrible. I don't even want to show you guys on video, but that was before they did photoreal, before Hasbro even went the extra mile to do actor likenesses, because we just were not getting that at the time. So yeah, I'm not even going to show you, but this technically is a third MCU Gamora figure, but this particular figure, this mold and everything, it only got 2 releases, with this being the second. Okay, back to threes. Here we have the new Drax the Destroyer. So we have our Volume 1 version, which was great at the time, really cool, but it's just super glossy, and that's just kind of how a lot of the figures by Hasbro were done at the time, which, you know, looking back sucks. At the time, they were cool, but, you know, with all the updates and changes that they do to figures nowadays, it's much better. And then here we have this one, which is a fantastic figure that I think is probably still the best in my opinion. This is the Volume 2 version that came out in, this was the Titus Build-A-Figure wave, right? Or was it Mantis? God damn it, I don't remember. I think it was the Titus Build-A-Figure wave. Anyway, here this new one, as you can see, uses the head sculpt from Volume 1, but in the Volume 2 colors, although these two aren't actually the same in color, as his grayish green skin is actually a little bit darker compared to this one, and then the red of the tattoos or scars or whatever they are on his body, it is a more of a red color versus kind of a dull orange color, which I think the dull orange color is probably a little bit more screen accurate. I actually like the Screaming head sculpt a lot more because this thing is tiny head. Dude's got a small head. This one is proportionate to his larger body. This one, it's a little head. Like, it's little. It's small. I don't like it. But let's go in for a closer look so you guys can see the differences. Okay, so this new head sculpt, again, looks really good. The red is cool, but I think it's a little darker than it really needs to be. I guess looking at it kind of closer, the head doesn't look as small. And as you start to turn his head, maybe it's not as bad. He's got a big-ass neck, though. Holy hell. But yeah, it doesn't look as bad, I guess, but you know, it's a definite improvement over this previous one, which I'm trying to focus. I guess I can't too far on the outside to be able to do that, and it doesn't. I don't want to focus. So that one, again, these are the same head sculpts, but it looks better with the more accurate colors. And then looking at these two side by side, again, I really like this head sculpt. But now that I'm looking at this head sculpt, this gray doesn't even match the body. Again, different plastics between the harder plastic of the torso versus the softer plastic of the head sculpt. So damn, that kind of sucks. But the bigger head sculpt, I think, does make it look better. Now that I'm looking at it, is it really all that bigger, or is it just because of the open jaw? Anyway, I think it looks more proportioned. But you guys let me know down in the comments below, which Drax do you think looks better? Because I think this is actually more screen accurate than this red. But again, if this is based off of Cosmic Rewind, which would actually got all the actors to perform, to act, right, based off of, I think, probably during filming of Volume 3, so it should look the exact same from MCU, so that shouldn't actually matter. But anyway, you guys let me know, which one do you think is more screen accurate? Which one do you like more? I'm really liking the Volume 2 version versus this Cosmic Rewind. But, you know, you guys let me know what you think. And I guess while I'm at it, I'll do a head swap because people are always going to ask. The colors are going to be off, so it's going to be a little bit weird. And for whatever reason, I can't get that to pop down onto the ball peg. There it goes. And that can kind of work. You can fudge it based off of certain lighting and whatnot. But as you can see, it just does look a little bit weird. Okay, so that is the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind 5-pack Shop Disney exclusive. The comparisons with the previously released versions of the figures. You guys let me know down in the comments below that after watching the review of all these side by side, are you spending the $125 to pick up the box set? Are you good with your original ones? Or did you miss out on these previous ones before, whether you're newer to collecting or just for whatever reason missed out and need to get some of the Guardians? Let me know what you guys think of this pack down in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.